What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing a Fresh and Fit podcast live show. I think they had it like, what, a week ago? Anyways, yeah, so it's titled The Real Reason Why High Value Men Sometimes Never Settle. Is there ever a reason why they shouldn't settle?
Everyone's different, especially like there are plenty of guys who are older who are just like, I'm chilling, like I just want to have the bachelor life, live as I am, and then that's it, right? Especially with marriage and all like the divorce rate and stuff like that. I can see how it's really stressful for them to think, not even stressful, it's like it's a concern. It's like I don't want to lose all my money. So it makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, everyone's different, so we'll see what they have to say about it. And
yeah, I mean it's definitely a concern, especially with the videos that we're reviewing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary, right? In 2021, as a man, as a single man, it's scary.
Yeah, especially if you do have like high net worth or whatever. If you got money, it's another thing to be concerned about. And then you lose half of it in a divorce settlement. Oh my God, yeah.
Or even if you're building yourself up.
Yeah, even then.
To be a six-figure guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's scary too, right? Because as you make it, you don't know like who's for you, who's against you, who's just being there because it's convenient. Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this video. So here we go. All right, guys, make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. 60% of you guys are not subscribed to my channel, which is ridiculous.
Crazy. Subscribe.
So I know you guys are watching. I know you guys are watching. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Again, like, comment, and share the video. All right, so here we go.
I want to know, do you think you guys will ever settle down with just one person and have kids? Don't BS me on your answer. Be like genuine, like whatever. No, stop it. Stop. Fresh. Stop. Stop it.
Well, we gotta pick one. Who goes first?
I'll pick.
Yeah.
Why are you picking? I'll pick.
That's not the way that works, sweetheart.
Dominant. But it's my question. This is my little world.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
ask your question.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Go ahead.
Don't answer your question for you. So your question is, just so I know I'm right. I have it right here. Will we ever settle down with one woman?
Yes.
And be monogamous?
Yes. And marry them and everything.
You go first.
I still lost. Okay.
You go first.
So
answer truthfully.
I'm gonna keep it real because we keep it real on the channel here.
Can I get a cow?
So for me, right? No, for me, honestly, like I've been through a lot of like I would say experiences, and I've had my fair share of ups and downs with women as well. And I feel like at this point, I'm still young enough, and I'm still doing my grind that I want to have fun and see my options. And I haven't found anyone that's kind of like somebody I would settle down with, I would say. However, if I do find that person and we have a genuine connection, at some point I don't want to be a player anymore. I just want to chill, trust in her. When I say trust, I mean obviously with a grain of salt. But at the same time, I mean like I'm gonna say, you know what, she's earned her stripes for a period of time, let's say a couple of years, and you know what, I'm cool with this. But at the same time, she's gonna know up front if for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, I get this itch where I gotta go out, things could happen. But she's gonna know up front.
All right, so what are your thoughts on that? It's interesting that he said that because I believe he was married. He's actually married to a single mom, which is it's public information if you guys want to check it out. But I mean, for the first part of what he mentioned, he mentioned that, you know, ultimately as he, I guess, gets older, he may explore settling down.
Yeah.
And I think at the root of every man, he does want to settle down because it does get annoying, you know, meeting women and, you know, getting to know them and dealing with their BS and, you know, taking them out and
I understand.
Courting and spending money and texting. Like that is a full-time job in itself.
Yep.
Like I know for me when I was single, like it's just repetitive. Right? Like you can only talk to so many girls, you can only sleep with, like it just gets annoying after a while, just dealing with different personalities.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that first part that he mentioned?
Well, again, I think it's just if it's discussed and he finds someone, like you said, if it's someone that he finds a genuine connection with and like he would want to marry and all that kind of stuff, and it works out, and then he has to talk with her being like, listen, if something happens, like obviously I'll take care of you still and whatever, but if something happens and I want to step out and like do my thing a little bit, you should be okay with it. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much what he's trying to say. Like you're taken care of, so you have nothing else to worry about. Right. But you know, as long as two people are agreeing to it,
Right,
they can do whatever they want.
That's
you know
the key
what I'm
thing,
saying?
because he's upfront with it, right?
Exactly.
It's not like he's doing it behind her back.
I would have an issue if that was the case. If he's like, no, I'm all yours for life. No one's going to get between us. And then all of a sudden he wants to step out. And it's like, you've always had this desire, but you never talk to me about it kind of thing. You know? So if he's at least saying it up front, she can say yes or no. You know what I mean? If she's okay with it and she understands, then she's cool. But then if she's not, she's like, all right, I'm glad I found this out instead of wasting time, all this kind of mess that could have come with that. So, yeah, it's just important to be honest. No matter what, like when entering into a relationship, just be honest about what you really do want for yourself, and you'll find the right person that's okay with, you know what I mean? You guys can compromise and like figure it out for yourselves. Yeah. But
all right, let's continue.
But at the same time, she's gonna be number one, taken care of, all that stuff. But yes, I don't want to be a player forever, and I understand that when I get older, it's gonna be more, grounded and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I'll answer it real quick. So the question: am I going to be monogamous with one girl? Hell no. No way. That's foolish.
Someone really hurt you.
Or you just don't give
Men don't have
feelings.
feelings.
Where he
Remember?
just assumes every girl's the same.
No.
Men don't have feelings.
No, but keep going. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my point. But my question is, how does not wanting to be monogamous mean I'm hurt? I'm just confused by that.
I feel like,
or you, or can we use fact here?
so from me being here last time and from being here today, I just get the idea that the reason you don't want to be like that is either you went through something with somebody before and you were like that and it went to it. That's why you don't want to be like that anymore. Because you feel like there's no point. It's not going to benefit you in any way. So why do it?
I think this is a perfect example of the candy store.
No, I heard this already. Come on.
It's a candy store.
No, because the lady's got to have a
I'm scared.
It's really long, okay?
Oh,
lean
Jesus.
back.
All right, maybe I'll just chug it.
It's actually not that long. I've refined it quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's a candy store, ladies, right? And inside this candy store, the women are allowed at 18 years old. They're allowed to go into the candy store, enjoy as much candy as they want. And after some time in the candy store, the ladies start to realize what they like, right? They realize that Tootsie Rolls are disgusting.
Candy corn.
Candy corn is gross. Yellow Laffy Taffy, not good. Whatever it may be, right? And you guys start to pick and choose which aisles you want to hang around by, right? Because you guys kind of have an acclimated taste of what you like in candy. The men, however, are not allowed into this candy store. The men aren't allowed into the candy store until they're 35 years old, have $100,000, and have been in the gym consistently for 5 years. Okay? And there's only a small amount of guys that are allowed into the candy store every now and then. So you guys are in a candy store enjoying yourselves, found what candy you like, maybe gummy bears, gummy worms, whatever it is. You're hanging out in your aisles, you've kind of figured out what you like. Cool, you've been in the candy store, you're versed in the candy store. The men are finally allowed in. They go nuts. They're eating the Tootsie Rolls, they're eating the Laffy Taffy, they're eating the candy corn, all that candy that you guys
All right, so what are your thoughts on that? Pretty much what he's saying is, when a woman turns 18, she already has value, right? She's beautiful, her body's developed, and she can just roll out of bed and have value.
Okay.
As a man, he can't really do that. He has to go in the gym, he has to get a good job, he has to work on himself, maybe he has a business, maybe he develops, I don't know, some kind of hobby, he travels, whatever the situation is. He's interesting, right? He's built himself up.
Okay.
And now that those types of men that I just described are 10% of the population, now they're just like, yo, like I have access to all this candy, right? I have access to the candy store, right? I have all these options. So he's basically saying, why would I build myself up? That's going to take me time, maybe 10, 15 years until I hit 35. And now I'm supposed to settle down? You know what I mean? Like,
I understand.
That's pretty much what he's saying, but what are your thoughts on that?
No, again, like everyone, monogamy is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be like married or have to settle down if you really don't want to. Like, if, especially it'd be the worst thing if you genuinely don't and then you're pressured into it and then you end up, end up leaving a marriage or something like that because you never even wanted it in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's better to be honest with yourself and honestly get it out of your system. Like if you're a guy and if you're single and you want to see what's out there, if that's what you really want to do, go ahead. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think for men it's more important for them to figure it out and be out there than women.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because men usually develop later on in life. Like when a man is 18, like according to the world anyways, he has no value, right? He has to go to school, again, he has to build himself up. 10, 15 years later, now he's built himself up to value. And again, in this situation, he's basically saying, hell no.
Yeah.
Like, why would I put myself in a box when I can just enjoy different options?
This example, though, like, I'm surprised how well he's memorized it. But, yeah.
Well, he's said this, like, 1,000 times, right?
Oh, has he? Okay, maybe I have. This is the first time I'm hearing it, so I'm just like, I'm not sure. But, okay.
Regarded 10 years ago that you figured out wasn't good for you, we're going nuts on it. Right? We're going wild. Meanwhile, only a small amount of guys have been let into this candy store. So the other guys are in the back watching outside. Yeah, man. Yeah, eat that candy. They're cheering them on. And the ladies look at the guys like, bro, what the is your problem? Like, have you never had candy before? What's wrong with you? Like, what? And my answer to that is this. How the you tell a guy how much candy he can eat when you guys were allowed into the candy store for free?
I'm not saying that.
No,
listen.
Because you're asking me, will I be monogamous with one woman? And I'm telling you no. And and when I said no, why would I do that? Your response was, who hurt you?
Because I really feel like someone did.
You know what? I feel like.
Did you not understand?
No, I get your.
Did you not understand the concept that
listen.
men have to earn their entry into the candy store?
I totally understand that. I totally get what you're saying. Saying like, how are we supposed to tell you to not get what you want to get? Which is, I'm not disagreeing with. I'm just saying like, don't you want that like idea, that life, like. I know, girls, fantasize. Oh my God, the marriage and the wedding and the da-da-da. Not every female is like that though. Like I'm not like that, but I'm saying like, don't you want that like that little family? Do you want a family?
I was very introverted too when I was younger, so like I wasn't always trying to be out and about. I was just like, I'm okay being like.
But you grew up in a system where that was pushed on you to go to school and to get your education.
Oh yeah, my parents.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had a base, you had a baseline.
Yeah.
From your household to do X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
And a lot of these modern women are free, independent, can't tell me anything type women. And they're just living life, based on their feelings. So a typical 18, 19, 20-year-old is not running to get married.
Typical, yes, you're right. I agree with you.
She's looking to enjoy life and have fun. Mm-hmm. And whatever happens type mentality. And men don't have that luxury at that age. Like most men today are virgins right now. Most men. I would say about 50+% of men are virgins. Majority of men have had there's just no activity with women, or B, very few, like maybe one or two. Okay. It's very few of the population that are just full-blown players. Like it's literally 10%.
So the 10% of players are playing the 10% of women? Like, is that what it is?
No, like it's on average 20% of men are sleeping with 80% of the women.
These numbers are crazy to me, but I mean,
and these are like, this is public information.
Yeah, these are statistics that
these are facts statistics. And stats that are public information.
Yo, listen, I just if you get to this age where you're like, I haven't had girls all my life. You know what I mean? As a guy, you haven't had girls all your life, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I have money now. I'm trying to like be out here and experience life. Mm-hmm. By the time you get to your like 30s, and you're still single and you want to have a good time, yo, who's telling you no? Like, you know what I mean? Don't go around hurting women. Do you know what I mean? But if it's consensual and whatever, like, no one's saying don't do that.
Right, but again, in this example, she's shaming him, right? Who hurt you? Okay, where's your proof? I don't know. I just feel that way. Like, what?
Well, I think where she's coming from is that a lot of guys do say that, like, they're still hurt from their first relationships and things like that because they were so badly hurt, and you know what I mean? That's why now they're like, I don't trust women. Forget all these women. Like, they're no good. Like, she's probably referring to those men. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's the majority, but there are some men that say that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree with you, but there's a lot of hurt women as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, playing guys.
Yep.
And guys don't go around women saying who hurt you. Like, that's just corny in my opinion. But anyways, let's continue. Let's see what else she has to say.
I think a better way to say it is, do you think running around like that at some point you would get bored?
Yeah.
You would get bored.
You want to grow old with somebody?
You know, you're with somebody,
like
and let's
she
say
rubs
you're
your
6.
back, you rub her back.
But isn't what he's trying to say, like, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying, like, you still want to settle, but you still want to have that option
on the side.
Well,
like,
if you guys will let me answer, I'd be happy to answer. Yeah, I mean, the point is this, ladies. You know, just because you're non-monogamous doesn't mean you can't have a family. It's just that the thing is, again, I need you guys to like step out from being a female for 2 seconds and understand that for you guys it's chaos if you were to be non-monogamous in a family. But a man can 100% be non-monogamous and have multiple families and it won't be a problem. For you, it's a problem. That's why you can't see how it would work. But for a man, it could definitely work. And the other thing, too, is that, you know, I get this all the time, you know, who hurt you, blah, blah, blah. The thing is this, guys. A man doesn't work hard to get into this candy store to have one piece of candy. And I always say, once again, privilege is invisible to those that have it. So for you guys, dealing with men is a dime a dozen. Who cares? You're looking for the best. Men don't necessarily care about getting the best. We want quantity. You might have the best candy, right? Here, that doesn't mean that you don't want to try out the Jolly Ranchers and all the other things that you missed out on life. So the thing is this. I will have a family, right, and have a wife, but I ain't going to be monogamous to her because I didn't bust my become successful to have one wife. That's stupid. Because for men, we want sexual abundance. For you guys, you want sexual security. And what I mean by sexual security is that man's provisioning for you, whatever. A woman wins when a guy that she loves and adores and wants to follow into a relationship with, follow that man, puts a ring on it. A man wins when he has a wife that follows his lead and he's able to do whatever he wants sexually, whether it means with other women, whatever, because I can bang other chicks and still love my wife. Hell, I can have 2 to 3 wives and still love them the same. Men operate very differently than women do. So I get it. You know, who hurt you, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of funny.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video. I mean, what are your final thoughts? For me, I can see both ends, right? I can see a guy building himself up, ultimately, you know, having a wife and then still doing his thing on the side as long as she knows about it. You know, it's all good. But I can also see a man just saying, you know what, like, I'm just tired of the game. I'm just tired of the texting and going back and forth, and just ultimately settling down with one person. And I think the more women you have at a younger age for a guy, I feel like you'd lean more towards that, because after a while it's just simply exhausting, just getting to know somebody and just dealing with the BS.
Yeah.
But what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, he's making it seem like it's easy to be in a polygamous, like, relationship. It's like having 5 different wives. Do you think that's 5 different women you have to hear from? You know how much of a headache that would be? Oh my god.
I guess it depends on if they're submissive, like, too, right?
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Like, all they say is yes and no.
Listen, if he can find 5 women that are okay being in a polygamous relationship, or 3 wives, whatever he said, all cool, they're all submissive, and he gets everything he gets on his list. Yeah. If he gets that, live your life. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for the most part, most women aren't like that.
Right.
But
well, especially in North America. Right?
Yes.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.